Yeah, it's a bit different to here.
Actually, while we're talking about that, the bikes, the trolleys are underway. So let's get into that and talk about them. And they caught me out. They caught me out there. So let's just find them on our screen here. Right, there we go. So they're underway, and it was Tracy and Steve Ryan got the jump on Mark Halls. Then we go back to Dave MacArthur, Ian Staples, Darren Pate, Barry Fain and Ada, followed by Chris Lawrence, Dave Black and Desmond James. Although those last two didn't actually get going, so that's a bit of a shame. So we'll let them get themselves underway and start sorting themselves out. And it looks pretty wet and damp out at the moment. You've been out for a couple of runs at London.
Yeah, we had our last race. It was my first ever proper race on a superbike. It was a bit interesting in the wear.
I can imagine it would have been. So yeah, I had Paul Pav up here with me a little bit earlier on, and he was saying that he did not envy anybody out there. We've got a yellow flag going into the dipper, so it's just watching them head down towards the Dale ITM sweeper now. And what have we got? Who have we got on the lead there? I think it's bike 28 or rig 28. What do they call these things? Are they rigs, bikes?
Sidecars is what they normally call them, I think. I haven't really looked into it a lot, but these guys have got the same engines I've got on my superbike, but they go on the back swinging around. There's no chance you'd see me on the back of one of these.
Yeah, I can appreciate that. Okay, here they come across the start-finish stripe now. And it is 69. Mark Halls takes the lead across there from Dave MacArthur, the next man through. And who are we looking for up next? Darren Pate comes through there with Ian Staples in the next spot through.
You can see just the leader sliding out of turn one. That's amazing.
Yeah, of course, these things are a little bit more like they're probably more in relation to a car than they do to a bike, because they've got the three wheels, and they do certainly rely on the swinger to keep them on the deck, and they're very, very powerful bikes as well. So down they come through the up and over, heading down through into the Hypal hairpin now. It's Mark Halls leads them through there on that 600. Dave MacArthur, next man through there with. Unfortunately, they haven't put the swingers' names on our program, so we can't tell who is hanging on the outside. There's only a couple of them there that are doing that. So down into the. Just trying to pick out how many laps this one is. This is a 6-lap race. And these guys, I'm assuming, are still running wets. One of the old classics at the back there. And one of the long chassis bikes as well. So that not a big field of sidecars today.
No, it's bigger than the superbike classes, though. So it's a good turnout for these guys, I think.
Yeah, that is right. So yeah, so you're doing superbikes and you're doing high song as well today?
No, not at the moment. I'm just focusing on the 1000 with the Barnes Jenkins Insurance team, just dialing that in before we get away on the Tri-Series and Nationals.
So yeah, you were starting to put the acid on there in that last race with and you were setting the fastest time there at one stage, but then I think it was Jane decided to just get away from you. He was gone.
Yeah, well, Daniel was out in second place. I was quite a bit back, just trying to get the feel for the new bike. You know, it's a whole lot more horsepower than what I'm used to, so it's a bit different. Yeah.
Okay, so back at the front of the field there, and it is. Unfortunately, there's not really a lot happening in this one. It's a bit sort of processional. Our lead bike is, or our lead rig is just with a bit of opposite lock coming out of there. Although the fight coming on for second place here could get a bit interesting between MacArthur and Pate, as and I think they're teammates, those guys, because they're all running the same colour scheme. Then we go back to Staples. Then it's Lawrence, not too far back from there. And at least the weather's started to settle down a little bit more. Yeah, for sure. It's a big thing. And I was just noticing Mark Halls is the one on the 600, and the guys second and third, they're both on the 1000s, and they're taking really different lines to what Mark Halls is on that 600. So he's able to carry a lot more corner speed and not have to worry so much about the sliding, I don't think. So, which surprises me, because that's quite a short wheelbase rig, that, whereas the two 1000s behind him are quite long wheelbase. So if you look at them as they come past, I tell you what, they're having a great scrap, the two of them. Look at them coming out of turn 10 there as they climb up the hill. That's having a great battle, these two. And There goes Halls, he goes past us. Now let's look at the next two as they're coming up around the that kink in the front straight over. We've got a pass on here. Is this going to happen down into... no, they're... those two, I would not sit on the back of one of those things if you paid me to. A lot, you would need to pay me a lot of money to do it.
They're the Carl Cox Motorsport guys that are running their sidecar there. I've seen a few of the riders. Saw Toby Summers last year go out on their sidecar, and he did about 2 laps, came off, and his arms were numb. He couldn't hold on anymore. He said he's never going back on it again.
Yeah, they're... look, it must require an incredible amount of strength, because you're actually... I mean, we all know about G-forces. And obviously in cars we experience it a lot. Bikes are a little bit different because you're leaning into things. Yeah. But on one of these things, I mean, a G-force, you know, each G is your own body weight, right? So some of the, you get onto some of these fast corners down the bottom here, you can be anything up to 4 or 5 G going through there if you're going real quick. Yeah. And you're trying to hang on with just your hands. You're not hanging on with belts, you're hanging on with your hands. So that requires a bit of strength. So let's have a look.
I've just noticed Chris Lawrence, and just past the 4th place, he's the fastest man on the track at the moment. He's 2 seconds up on the leaders.
So let's keep an eye on, let's see where he is on the track and see if we can see him. The distance back on him though, he's just on 6 seconds behind Darren Pate. So let's see if I can find him. When we say find them, folks, we're trying to find them on our camera system. Here they come in. I tell you what, he is coming fast too. That gap's closed down dramatically now. Here comes MacArthur Payton. Here's Lawrence right on their tail now. So he's cut that back to 1.7 seconds.
He was 4 seconds a lap faster on that lap, and he was a second faster than the leader. So he's pulling them in really quick.
Here he comes now. If we watch him heading down now towards, they're going down under the Laser Electrical and Plumbing Bridge, and he's already lining him up for a pass as he's looking at Pate first. And Lawrence is just in front there, so MacArthur's just in front. So here comes Lawrence now.
I think someone's just lost their swinger.
Oh, where's that?
I think MacArthur just lost their swinger off the back.
Oh, yeah, they have.
Yeah, he's running across the gravel. He's on the grass going back to get him. Wow, that's not good.
So, yep. I did say hanging on with your arms ain't going to be easy. So...
oh, man, that is horrible. I would not like to be in his position.
Okay.
I'm glad it looked like he got up quickly, so he was okay. That was good.
Yeah. Okay, down into the Porsche dipper they go, and this is Pate's now closing in. Sorry, Lawrence is now closing in on MacArthur. Well, I think it's MacArthur. Both those rigs look alike, MacArthur's and Pate's. So which one ever lost their swinger, we don't know.
I think it was Darren Pate.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Here comes the pass now, and Lawrence is right on him as they come through the Pirelli sweeper. Out of there they come. There's the lead bike. The rig goes across the line. That's Halls. And let's have a look what happens coming up the hill here. As there's a slower bike or a slower rig in the way.
He gets out of the way easy.
Yeah, he jumps right and left. So down into... actually, Lawrence has caught him, but he's not put the pass on, and that just goes to show you how, obviously, how still slippery it is out there. That they've got to be very careful where they put that pass in. Down here into the Hamilton Asphalt's corner is a good spot, but I tell you what, MacArthur sees that coming and just shuts the door quite nicely. The next chance he's going to have is the dive down here into Hamilton Asphalt's, and you can see he's lining him up now, although I tell you already Lawrence has gone MacArthur's gone wide.
He's running very defensive here.
Look at that, they're around the outside. Oh, great pass there for Lawrence. Though MacArthur's fighting back, they're going to go side by side up the hill before they go down to the drop into the dipper, but Lawrence has got the inside running for this one. But I tell you what, MacArthur takes it back again. Great pass from MacArthur as they come back through there. So Lawrence took it coming through the Hamilton Asphalt's corner, went round the outside, and technically should have had the inside run into the next corner, but MacArthur was very brave and took it back again, although down on the straightaway there it looks like Lawrence has got the job done. Through into turn 10 now, so he's back up in the second place. But here comes our lead rig across the line, and that is a with a 133.533.
He's taking the checkered flag as well, racing down.
He has done and dusted it. He has taken it. So here we go, the last lap across the... here comes our second and third place stuck together here. And it's Chris Lawrence from David MacArthur, the next man through. Ian Staples will take out fourth position because Darren Pate had to go back and pick up his swinger. So, yeah, right. Now, how'd your day go? Oh, I dropped my swinger. Okay, that was our sidecars. So next up, we're going to have our